Oh, we're back. We're doing this thing again. Hey, everybody.
What does your book say?
It's 100 things Nebraska fans should know and do before they die.
How many of those things are about corn?
None. Well, actually, not 100% true. I'm pretty sure, like, a couple of them in here. I think they mentioned one thing with the corn heads, like with the whole accessory hat that has the corn on it. And then one of the places they actually talked about something on the menu, like one of the places to eat at, I think mentions a corn dish that's kind of popular there.
Okay.
Yeah, the season is upon us, and we
I
already
mean, you're
took
not wrong.
we took a loss. We took a loss in a week zero is which what they call it just before the normal season starts. We had an 11-point lead, an 11-point lead. Do an onside kick and lose by 3.
Well, that's okay. The Falcons had a loss too.
Yeah, preseason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Green Bay. I don't. They never win preseason because they don't have any other top people playing because they're like, why do that?
I mean, I guess. I guess that works. But that's okay because that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay because there's other things in life that I look forward to other than just football.
I don't know.
It's
I
just where
think
my
I think that
happiness
this
is.
year the Falcons are going to be good to me.
I hope so for you. Like last year, you had your whole ban on NFL after what week was that? Week 5.
Did I give it to week 5 because that was
I
some
I think
shenanigans?
so. I think it was. I think at week 4 you said, "Hey, if they don't even look good at the end of this next upcoming game, I'm just gonna have to call it and be done with it and say no go for the season on watching it." And literally after watching Nebraska, the highlights from Nebraska's game on Saturday, there was a gut feeling in me where I'm like, "Am I gonna have to pull a Max and pull a ban on college
You're
football
gonna
this
quit
season?"
before like preseason is over?
Well, no, I mean for not NFL, but for
Oh.
college football. And there
Oh.
was a part of me that says that, and then another part's like, nah, it just means that Nebraska might not be good again this year, and I'll have to just enjoy college football for the sake of college football.
I mean, accurate. Sure.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I don't know. The Falcons they came away with like they went win, loss, win in their preseason. So
Well, they got 2 wins out of preseason. That's signs of something.
right.
And
I
they were
like
like,
how I
oh,
just started my computer and it's like, oh yeah, let's go ahead and restart. No, no, you're not
updates.
going to restart.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
No, absolutely not. So I'm wearing my latest beanie.
I like your new beanie. I'm wearing my newest shirt that I got.
Oh, because you're an anime fan now.
Yeah, I'm an anime fan.
I blame your girlfriend.
I think the whole bookshelf there will agree to that.
Still blame your girlfriend.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like literally the top shelf is nothing but My Hero Academia stuff, and the next 2 shelves are just manga. But mine over here has some things on it, mainly comic books. I've got a lot of my comic books in there.
You have bare walls though.
Yeah, that's wanting to get the large things in place before putting the small things up.
You know what? That makes sense. That makes a lot of
Because
sense.
what I hate to do is like be like, oh, I'm gonna hang this picture up here because in an empty room that looks like a really good spot, and then you start putting your furniture in places and you're like, oh, that's the worst place I could have hung that picture.
It's not like you can move the picture or anything.
It's not like you can move the picture, but by that point it's you already have hung it up in a place, and now you've moved stuff around it, and now it's trying to reach to it to take it off to put it to somewhere else.
Dude, do you know how many times I've reorganized this office?
I've known at least 3 times that you've reorganized this office. Of the times that you have told me, not to mention probably the small ones that you have done off and on throughout the years.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, this office gets an overhaul at least twice a year. One is about to happen here in probably like by next week. You're gonna be like, Max,
Mhm.
what's wrong with your office? Because my wife will come in here and steal everything.
Because it's the spooky season, and so the spooky stuff that stays in your office now has to be properly displayed.
Throughout the whole house.
Yep, yep.
Jeff and I walked into our office the other day to find a 3 foot tin haunted house on my desk.
Did you ever find out who gifted you that?
Yeah, Cindy Lou.
Okay, okay. Because we were literally like asking everybody, like, "Hey, do you know anything about this?" No, but I wish I would have.
Yep. I mean, I think everyone at work pretty much knows, like, the way to my heart is spooky shit.
Right, right. You give something that has some booze going on with it, and you're happy.
Listen, I know that I said you guys can be a part of the show this week, but this is a little bit ridiculous.
They're just excited to be back on camera again.
They are. They're like, Dad, look at me. Look at me, Dad. Look, Dad,
I'm
look.
on it. I'm on it.
Yeah, so we're about to do that probably like this coming weekend. She's about to steal all my shit. And I know that it's 84 degrees out. However, in my house, it's currently 67. So I was like, I'm wearing my new beanie.
It looks good, man. I like it.
It matches my shirt.
You're just going for the whole Scream thing, man.
I mean, it is one of my favorite
Yeah.
spooky movies. And it's not really spooky like Ghosts and Goblins, but like horror-esque.
Right.
I have a thing for killers in white masks, apparently.
You and Mike Myers, Ghostface. I mean, it's just there.
Jason Voorhees.
Jason, yeah.
I'm just saying. I like those things. I like those things a lot. There's a lot of good movies coming out this season. One of them being Hocus Pocus 2, apparently.
Yeah, I've been hearing all the talk on that one.
They've been talking about it for years, and finally, we're looking like it's getting close. I don't actually think it's going to come out in October, though.
Is it going to just be a direct to Disney Plus kind of thing?
I don't think so. I think it's actually going to be released. You know what? We're going to Google.
They're doing a theater release for it?
I believe so, but it's in November from the last time I saw.
Weird.
Which it's okay because I'm not one that goes crazy over Thanksgiving. I think November is second Halloween. Just saying.
Okay.
Okay, so it says initial release September 30th. So they've changed it from the last time I've looked.
Mm.
It is distributed by Disney Plus.
Okay. So it might be one of those kind of like how they did with Mulan, to where they had it in theaters, and then if you wanted to pay whatever it was, the premium price, you could watch it at home on the premium price.
Yeah, it looks like it because watch Hocus Pocus 2 on Disney Plus.
Okay.
Which means we only have 29 more days, so I'm okay with that.
I mean, here's the thing.
Are some...
They could have released it in November, and it still would have got the numbers that it would have got in October, just for the movie that it is.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like
right.
It's Hocus Pocus.
Right. Like that's the thing with it. Like, yes, release it in September and make it a whole fall thing, and Halloween in October. But like you were saying, your first thought was November. They could have released it November 5th, a week after the whole, Halloween thing, and people are kind of drifting into the Thanksgiving, still keeping it fall, taking out the stuff that was very Halloween themed, but keeping all the fall festive kind of look stuff in their house with the decorating. They could have released it then, and Hocus Pocus still would have done good.
I'm going to be real honest. They could have released it on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
And it's still, everyone would have been like, Hocus Pocus. Because, I mean, you know me. I'm not a fan of repetitiveness.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, things that have just been overdone.
Right.
Like Nightmare on Elm Street. Not Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't know why I said that.
Well, because
Nightmare Before
Nightmare on Elm
Christmas, not a
Street
fan.
did have a lot of sequels.
I mean, you're right, but I'd still watch them. But like, I am a fan of Hocus Pocus. I grew up on Hocus Pocus. I'm gonna be a really big fangirl right now, and Disney on Halloween movies can get it. I mean, you
Yeah.
got Halloween Town,
I love like all the Halloween Town movies, all four of them.
except for the
Like
last one.
even on that one where they switched up the actress and made it into something kind of different tasting,
Yeah,
I still enjoyed it because to me still it was the main portion of it outside of that actress change was still very much Halloween Town.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a fan.
Frankenweenie, love that
Frankenweenie.
movie, so good.
Uh, even though I don't think Disney had any part of it because it was more Nickelodeon side, but or well, Burton Productions, we'll say.
Okay.
Paranorman.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think it's like the same one with like Corpse Bride,
Yes. Yes.
where like they're really good ones. They still fall into that whole. It's still Burton's family company, so you automatically think, oh, probably something Disney tied in. But it's whenever he was doing some of his own stuff, like you said, like Paranorman.
Yeah. I love those.
Yeah.
Frank and Weenie. I mean, the Corp. I didn't like Coraline.
Mm,
Coraline's kind of up there with Nightmare Before Christmas for me.
for me, Coraline is more like James and the Giant Peach.
I would rather watch James and the Giant
Well,
Peach now.
good for the story. Just visually, it didn't do it for me.
Okay. Okay. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. However, we do have a lot of movies coming out. Not all of them Halloween esque, but we have Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul. That's coming out tomorrow.
Okay.
The Horror Crowd also comes out tomorrow. Um, so the Horror Crowd is a documentary about Hollywood horror scene. So they're going into like Alien and Jaws and all of like the things that made those movies great. It's a documentary.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. I would like now. Is it a movie or are they treating it like a docu series where it's they'll go into one movie, talk about its cultural impact, do some behind the scenes stuff, and kind of tie it all into like a horror aspect of it.
no, I think it's going to be like not a docu series, an actual documentary. I mean, you have Lynn Shay in there. Lynn Shay, if you don't know that name, she is very iconic, especially when it comes to horror movies. She's been in so many different ones. I'm gonna pull up her list real quick.
Okay.
Lynn Shay. So of course she was in the Insidious movies. So that's
Hmm.
where you're mostly going to know her from, is she was the medium in Insidious. She was in Dead End, which that was back in 2003. Um,
Okay. Yeah.
I liked it. It was a pretty good one. She was also in the new game The Quarry. That's a horror movie game. Well, a horror-esque game. Um, she played Mrs. Bundy in Ted Bundy American Boogeyman. She was in The Call. She was in Max Reloaded. She was in the new Penny Dreadful series, City of Angels.
Okay. Okay.
She was in that. Darkness Falls. She was in The Grudge, Gothic Harvest, Bayou Tales, The Old World, The Final Wish. I was not a fan of that movie, but she was in it. So she has a huge role in Hollywood cinema horror.
And now is she like going to be the narrator for this, or just play a large part in it? Have they
I
really
think she's
said
just playing a part in it. She plays herself, so it's her and her take. So she's probably being interviewed.
interviewed? Okay.
Yep. Claire Kramer is also playing herself in there. Mike Mendez, who, if you follow any horror movies, I believe one of his most memorable is Big Ass Spider.
Hmm.
He's in it. Jeffrey Riddick. Who else? Who else? Who else? Greg Grunberg. So I'm trying to see if people where you would know him from. So, Star Wars. He plays Snap Wexley. He's also been in Star Trek. He was in Hollow Men or Hollow Man. The Rookie. He was also in Lego Star Wars. Just saying.
Okay.
He played a
Oh,
security guard on The Simpsons.
the video game series or the one that like the little mini series that they did Lego Star Wars?
The little mini series that they
Okay.
did. Oh no, the video game. I'm sorry, I was wrong about that. It is the video game.
Okay.
He was in the TV series The Boys. He plays Agent Bill Pearson. If anyone is a Boys fan in here,
I need to start watching it because I hear a lot about it. I
hear a lot about it. I haven't.
I saw the trailer for it maybe about a month ago for the new season that was coming up for The Boys, and I was like, okay, so it's another take on the superhero genre. I should give this a try, with it being a genre that I do enjoy and just have never got around to it yet.
Speaking of horror, hero movies, superhero movies, have you heard anything about The Samaritan?
I have not heard anything about The Samaritan.
So it's the new Sylvester Stallone movie.
Okay.
Where he basically plays a superhero. I haven't watched it yet, but I do want to watch it. A friend of mine said that he watched it and he said it was absolutely amazing.
The only thing that I've heard about Stallone is that he's going through some kind of weird divorce thing with his wife.
Oh yeah, see, I haven't even heard about that. It's all about the Expendables movie and Samaritan and things like that.
No, I heard something last week about him and his wife filing for divorce, saying that he is more or less that he's blowing through his money on bad investments and just not being a responsible caretaker of their finances and using that as grounds for divorce.
I mean, okay.
And I was like, okay, what I guess for that it's what one person considers as frivolous compared to another. And then two, it's one of those, well, if it's his money, like earned by him, is it just they're sour that it's not going towards things they would like and it's going towards things he would like?
Maybe he should watch Jurassic Park and learn the risks of investment banking.
I don't think that covers for marital finances. While Jurassic Park covers many things on relationships, it does not cover anything on marital financing.
All right.
I'm trying to think what would be a good one for that. Cheaper
no,
by the
let's
dozen.
Let's not.
Cheaper by the dozen is probably the best example of that.
Jeff, you go back to work tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I do.
I might stab you.
Father of the Bride, possibly.
You know what?
What?
On to movies that are coming out soon.
Yeah.
The Silent Twins. The cover of it is actually really cool. It's this girl and her face is like split in half. It's a Focus production. So like one of the Will Smith movies. What movie was that? I can't think of.
Where he played as two people, like Gemini Man?
No. I'm talking about like Focus, the one that did that production of his movie. But it's based on the Silent Twins, which is what it's named after. Two girls who are twins that refuse to communicate with anyone other than each other.
Themselves, yeah.
Yep. So that seems kind of cool. God's Country, Don't Worry, Darlings, coming out on September 23rd. Wicked Game is also September 23rd. It looks like something. See, I was a very big fan. Jamie loved Ready Player One. Loved it. I was a fan of Nerve.
Okay.
With the little brother.
I think I know which one you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of that, but it also has like a little Sin City look to it.
Okay, so they're doing Ready Player 2?
No, this is Wicked Game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's a CIA assassin. Let's see what else. Abnormality, September 25th. A deranged and murderous family man toys with a detective who is seeking vengeance for the death of his sister.
I think I saw a small trailer for that one.
Yeah. Um, there's one called Smile. The artwork for the front of this movie is it catches me off guard because it's stark ass red and then there's like a black swoop and it says smile in it, so like a cut smile. Once you
Oh,
see it, it's too late.
I think I saw that promoted in the movie theaters
I'm excited for that one.
early in the summer. Early in the summer, I saw that one promoted in a theater where it was the whole red with the kind of just swoopy thing. Yeah.
So you have Kyle Gallner in it, Cal Penn, Caitlin Stacy. Um, let's see, what are some other names that you would know? That's pretty much it. However, it looks pretty good. Um, Kyle Gallner is one of those actors that like you don't know him until you see him, and you're like, oh, that guy.
Hmm.
He was in Scream, the latest one. He played Vince, who is one of the guys that gets murdered.
Yeah. Yeah. I know who you're
Um,
talking about.
yeah. So he's been in a lot of things, and if you saw him, you're like, oh, I know that guy, but nobody ever like actually remembers his name. His name's Kyle. So, but what's interesting about Smile, from what I get from it, it's the some sort of possession or something close to that.
Hmm.
Once you see it, it's too late. That's their catch line there. So you see these things like creepy smiling at you, you know you're about to die.
Right.
Um, there's been so many movies that have done that with a creepy smile. So Truth or Dare with Lucy Hale and Tyler Posey,
Hmm.
one of their hyperfixations or hallucinations was that he was smiling at her.
Right.
So
Well,
it's
and then with
very creepy.
the possession thing, like that gives me so much like Bird Box vibes,
Okay.
where it's you don't really know what's possessing these people to act in such way, but there's a trigger, and that's the whole thing with Bird Box, is to not
Yeah. And
see it.
so that comes out September 30th. So on this list, I'm see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 movies for September 30th, 2022. Not one of them is Hocus Pocus.
Mm.
So that's why I'm not putting all of my horses in that bunch.
Right. So, which makes me again think that it might be one of those just straight to Disney Plus and let Disney Plus deal with that how they want to.
Yeah. Another one coming out that weekend is Devil's Workshop, where a struggling actor spends a weekend with a female demonologist to prepare for his audition. I don't have a lot of faith in this movie. However, I'm going to watch it.
That gives me very much. Do I have it up there? Yes, Haunted. The Chuck Palahniuk book Haunted, to where a group of people who are trying to get better at writing a book stay with this guy,
Yes.
and they falsely push themselves to limits in order for the how belief where it's like art is from pain. So
Yep.
the more painful experience that you've had, the greater work you'll create, and
Yeah.
it's that to where they harm themselves in crazy ways out of the hope that their stuff will be better.
Right. Um, to kick off October 1st, we have 3 movies coming out. Syndrome K, which is a Nazi movie. Till, and then The Banshees of Inisherin. Inisherin. Let's say that. So none of them spooky. I'm very
No,
disappointed. All dropped there. You have an opening weekend October 1st, and no scary movies come out. Okay.
that is kind of odd.
However, October 6th, The Terrifier 2,
Okay.
which I was surprised that not a lot of people
Knew
know
about
about
Terrifier.
The Terrifier. I just thought it was one of those movies that you kind of just knew because of the white creepy clown.
Yep. That was
So
directly right on the cover.
Yeah, I mean, Art the Clown, he's getting a second movie after so long. So good for him. Good for him. Um, what else we got here? So October 7th, we have Amsterdam, Lyle Lyle Crocodile, Bromates. What's Bromates about? Two best friends who break up with their girlfriends at the same time, subsequently deciding to move in with each other.
Who do they have starring for that?
Oh my god. So
Because like that gives me such like Judd Apatow mid 2000s college style movie that like
I
I'm
don't
like,
know. I only know one of these names.
what
One,
name?
Jamie Brewer. And if you know who Jamie Brewer is, it's because you watched American Horror Stories Murder House.
Right.
She plays the mentally inept daughter.
hmm
Yeah.
She was in a few other uh, of the American Horror Story films as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I think she was also in the one about Louisiana. I think that was
Um,
Coven.
Coven.
Yeah. Um,
Boy. Yeah. Yeah. Coven.
yeah. She's a great actress.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Amazing actress. But that's the only name that stuck out to me in that whole thing.
So I mean, it's two guys who are pretty young and up and coming because obviously they're going to be roommates. So I mean, I'm guessing if they're going to go that route, yeah, they're going to probably use some smaller names for it.
Yeah, but it's weird because the guy on the front of the
Does he
movie
does he look familiar?
is a very well known actor,
Okay,
Rel Howery.
okay, but he's not
Um,
listed in credits.
he's listed in credits, but not under the top build.
Weird.
Yeah, that is a little bit weird. So like Aris Alivardo, he plays a mailman. Marcy Barkin is known as Elaine. Nancy Bergen, she plays Carol Lambert. Um, Benjamin Issa plays Tommy. He's a kid, but yeah, like all of these names, like Josh Brenner. Josh Brenner, he's a younger actor. I've seen him in a couple things. Um, he was in Max Steel as Steel. Um, yeah, he was in The Good Life, Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It was a TV short that they did. He was
Okay.
in Rugrats. So he does a lot of voice acting. Still kind of young, but
Yeah. Yeah. So he probably played a lot of younger kids in voice acting shows.
I mean, he has to be 28, 29 at least, to be honest with you.
Okay.
So he's not that much younger, but
Well,
still.
like still like whenever you get into voice acting, usually you're having some person who's in their early 20s playing as typically like a teenage kid.
Yeah. So that was October 7th. So October 12th is Armageddon Time. It's a coming of age story about strength of family and the generational pursuit of the American dream. Not what I thought it was going to be.
No, no.
And then October 14th. You know what's so special about October 14th, Jeff?
Is that your half birthday?
That's my half birthday, Jeff.
It's his
Can
half
you tell me
birthday.
what movie is coming out on my half birthday?
Ah, you have told me, and I don't know why I hate myself for not remembering it.
You should hate yourself for not
I
remembering
should.
what movie's coming out. Halloween Ends comes out on my half birthday. It was meant to be. Just saying.
Okay, okay.
It was just meant to be. So that Friday night, I know exactly where I'm going to be, and it's going to be with all of my peoples, probably at the drive-in,
Yep.
watching Halloween Ends and whatever else they decide to pair with it.
It'd be nice if they did kind of like how they're doing the whole retro thing now and then. at the drive-in, where if they did the one that just
Ooh.
preceded it.
You know what? They did that with it, I think.
Right, they did the old it, and no, they did it part one and then it part two whenever it part two
Yes.
came out. They did that a
But
lot
on
in
the
the
screen
drive-ins.
behind us was Nightmare on Elm Street and Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
Okay,
I think I remember that.
right. Like
'Cause
I
that's
found it kind
actually
of interesting for their retro nights at the drive-in. One of the weeks they're doing Mad Max 2 and Mad Max 3, and I was like,
well, when it hits October, they're going to like I think every Wednesday or Thursday they do the Halloween throwbacks. So
mm-hmm.
they'll do Nightmare on Elm Streets, they'll do the Friday the 13th, they'll
Right.
do all of them.
They'll get those screams in there for you.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm
Yeah.
excited. So we have Jamie Lee Curtis reprising her role as Laurie Strode
Mm-hmm.
because Jamie Lee Curtis is Bay. Just saying. Will Patton is Officer Hawkins again. So you have who else? Nick Castle is reprising his role as the Shape.
Okay.
Pretty happy about that because that is Michael Myers.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not, of course, the only one that's going to be doing. They have like 3 or 4 that plays Michael in that movie, depending on the scene.
Right.
Yeah.
So
we
they
have
go for a look at a position now.
Yep. So who else do we have going on here? Of course, Jamie Lee Curtis is at the top. Duh.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Richards, Andy Matichak, Rowan Campbell, Nick Castle, Stephanie McIntyre, James Jude Courtney, Emily Brinks, Michelle Dawson. You know who I'm not seeing? The actress that played Laurie's daughter. Why can't I think of her name? I know why I can't think of her name. I don't like her. Let's see here. Okay.
No.
Learn how to type.
Well, I'm trying to think. Like, I mean, she was pivotal
She was.
to the last one. So it wouldn't make sense to switch her up.
I don't know if she's going to be in it. Okay, let me see. Judy Greer.
Okay.
That's who played Karen and acted like a Karen.
And they're not going to have her back for it? Or
I
they
guess
just don't have
not.
her listed?
It doesn't have her listed, so I don't know. We'll find out how that goes.
Do they have anybody else listed as Karen on that cast list?
No, they have like a drunk party goer, neighbor, Warren County Deputy number 3, which is weird because they don't really
all
name.
the small names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is supposed to be the very last Halloween movie.
We'll see how long that holds true.
Listen, there's like 9 of them.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I mean, think about how long it was between the last Halloween and then Halloween H2O.
Yeah, it was 20 years later.
Right.
Literally.
Literally 20 years later. And I'm sure everybody before that one was like, oh, yeah, that's going to be the last. That's going to be the last Halloween one.
Well, there's a reason why they named it Halloween Ends is because it is supposed to end the series.
Right. We'll see how they do that.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So Black Adam comes out October 21st.
I'm excited for that one. I've been hearing a lot of good things about it.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember, who did they say? They listed some actor the other day who said that they're going to be making a cameo spot on that one, and I can't think of who it is off the top of my head.
So cameos. So of course we have Dwayne Johnson, The Rock.
Right.
Viola Davis, who I think is amazing.
Viola Davis is amazing.
She's just powerful, isn't she?
She is.
I just love her.
I love that she understands, like, definitely the type of role to play. She has her niche, and she pounds the heck out of that niche.
Yes.
But at the same time, it's not to the point of I feel like she's playing the same character every time.
Right. No. Like you can watch her in, what was that movie she did with Denzel Washington?
Fences?
Yes. So
Yeah,
that very powerful acting there, but then you go back to How to Get Away with Murder, and
right.
you're like, this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Woof. Pierce Brosnan is
That might
going to
have
be in it.
that might have been it. Who they
He plays
mentioned?
Dr. Fate in Black Adam.
Yep,
Uh,
I
Natalie
think it might have been.
Byrne,
I think they were mentioning Brosnan being the one.
Derek Russo. Yeah, that's all I'm really seeing. Did you hear they're doing a Shazam 2?
Yeah, yeah. I'm actually The Rock talked about that a little bit whenever he was talking about the whole not wanting Shazam to have any part in Black Adam because he's like if they put Shazam into Black Adam, then it'll change the taste of what that they're going for the movie. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're like we don't want it to be a goofy type of movie. Yes, we don't mind humor, we don't mind comedy in it, but that's all Shazam was a feel good goofy movie. And if we put Shazam into this, it's going to
Give it more merit.
throw off the tempo.
And to end the Halloween season for normal folk, not me, for
Mm-hmm.
normal folk, Appetite for Sin, October 31st. So it's a horror feature film about a story of a woman of women vampires walking among the living in Los Angeles.
Is it based on any of the Anne Rice books?
Women vampires
It doesn't
walking.
sound like it, but you
No.
never know. Okay.
The lead vampire, Sarah Hayes, is searching for the most current vampire killer, Jeffrey Nelson. Sarah, who is also an undercover FBI agent, wants to catch him in the act and have him live in jail for eternity. Another vampire who is out to get him, but where did you go? But wants to instantly kill him, or is she using Jeffrey Nelson to get to Sarah? Who will know? Okay.
Okay.
We'll give it a chance. You know, vampire movies. It hasn't been a big one in a little bit, so
Right. Right.
not a lot of well-known names in that. However, we're gonna make it happen. You know,
I mean, there's supposed to be. I mean, Blade's supposed to be coming out sometime within the next year and a half, 2 years.
probably spooky season of 23.
That would be my guess as well. And I mean, it's a different take on the vampire genre,
Yeah,
but I enjoyed the original Blade series.
I did up until number 4.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch number 4. The last one I watched was Blade Trinity
Yeah, with Ryan Reynolds
with Ryan
and
Reynolds and Triple H.
and Jessica Biel.
Yes.
Yeah, probably one of the last good movies that she was in, but whatever. So Awful Silence, Cream of the Crop, Entanglement, Prey of Wrath, November 1st. November 2nd, The Monkey King, The Legend Begins.
Is this
And
an
then this is
animated
where-
movie? Or is this a
No.
like Chinese reproduced movie?
Chinese reproduced movie that looks like something from Planet of the Apes.
Okay. I mean, the Monkey King is Planet of the Apes ish. Yeah.
Yeah. And then this is where shit goes downhill for me. November 4th, 2022, one of the most anticipated opening movies is A Christmas Story Christmas. On November 4th.
Did you ever watch any of the sequel things that they did for A Christmas Story?
Okay, so if I'm going to be honest with our viewers, you know, the one that we have right now, there's one holiday movie that I can stand and that I watch religiously.
It's A Christmas
for
Story.
24 hours.
Because thank you TBS.
Yes. I watched the hell out of A Christmas Story. I have watched A Christmas Story 2. I don't know.
So they made a new one, I want to think 2015, perhaps, where it was more or less the people from the Christmas Story now of the Christmas Story now grown up.
That's this one.
Okay.
Yeah. I like the fact that they're using Peter Billingsley as Ralphie
Mm-hmm.
because that's who Ralphie was.
Right.
So it kind of connects it for me. I don't like to be,
So it might. So it could
strange
be
too
a
much.
sequel off of that one.
Well, let's see. It says follows Ralphie, now adult, who returns to the house on Cleveland Street to give his kids a magical Christmas like the one he had as a child, reconnecting with childhood friends and reconciling the passing of his old man. I wonder if he still has the lamp.
I wonder if Ralphie still has the Red Ryder BB gun, like up in
I
the
bet he
attic.
finds it under a bed.
It would be like great if, like, it's up in the attic,
Yeah,
and his, like, one of his boys find it, if it's a boy or a girl, and the same scene where they accidentally take it down without him noticing it, shoot it and break the glasses, kind of thing. Oh, that'd
yeah.
be great. That'd be great. I would be
I
down
will
for
watch
that.
one. I'm just upset that it happens November 4th.
You would wish that it would happen in the actual holiday season.
Yes, December 1st ish.
Right.
I'd be okay with December 23rd. That's fine.
Yeah. No, I would say, like, make it December, like the first week in December. Let it be one of those, and I mean, it would throw off. I say it would throw off. It'd be a couple of years till they do it, to where TBS, instead of just running that, runs it like back to back.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Because it's really weird. Because November 4th you have the Christmas Story Christmas,
right?
and then right after that you have Something in the Dirt, like the same weekend, I think. And it's literally when neighbors John and Levi witness supernatural events in their Los Angeles apartment building, they realize documenting the paranormal could inject some fame and fortune into their wasted lives.
That seems like the most two opposite movies to be playing next to each other during November of all months.
I mean, yeah, pretty
It
much, pretty
it
much.
goes, hey, you slightly missed the mark for Halloween. Hey, you way overshot the mark for Christmas.
Yeah,
At least typically by that time, then I wouldn't be surprised if there are those who think, hey, do the release early in November for A Christmas Story Christmas. And by the
hmm
time the holiday season rolls around, it'll be on Blu ray and DVD. And it'll be a
right.
good Christmas present for, hey, my friend who's nostalgia about it, here you go.
Yeah, we have yet another Sylvester Stallone movie coming out shortly after that too.
So he's not only doing The Samaritan, what's the other one is he doing?
So it looks like I see you, like EYECU. No information on that yet.
Okay.
That's also November 4th. And then that following weekend we have Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever. Okay.
So I'm really interested in seeing how this movie goes. To be honest with you,
I'm mixed bag so hard on it. Like, how are they going to do this?
so Winston Duke is playing M'Baku. Uh,
I mean, yeah,
I,
I have a feeling they're going to focus more on his sister.
they are. It looks like it.
That's going to be how they're going to treat it.
Letitia Wright, yeah, Shuri.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
There's a part of me that wants to, be hopeful for it.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
I enjoy the MCU so much.
yeah,
And, after, I wouldn't call him disappointed. I mean, the new Doctor Strange I wasn't all that into.
oh, I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed I enjoyed parts of it. I'm glad that we are exploring more into the multiverse, which is such
Yeah,
a huge part of the Marvel comics and just itself as a brand, is this whole multiverse and how they're able to end a story and make a new story based on the same character and say, oh, this is just a different story, the different, universe as these events happening.
yeah,
It's why you could have in 1 month you could have Uncanny X Men and then X Men 2099. and because it's just two different timelines, so it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a fan of jumping back and forth like that. It kind of confuses me, to be honest with you. But
Right.
I thought that the end of this year would be bigger for the MCU. Besides from, I think there's what two superhero movies coming out. To be honest.
Yeah. Black Adam in that one.
Yep. But
Well, like, so speaking of Wakanda Forever, there was a person who was talking about like just the market of the film industry right now, and they were worried, and we kind of discussing some of those was worried that there wouldn't be a really big name movie that would be in theaters that would be like something that will really profit until Wakanda Forever.
I mean, I think we definitely called that, except for Halloween Ends.
Right, right. And that's the thing is, while Halloween ends, it's going to be released at the right time. It has still the market for it. It's not going to be some big budget, a bunch ticket sales like we can all pretty much predict Wakanda Forever is going to be. I mean,
I don't know.
maybe Black Adam, maybe.
Well, this is DC's kind of kicking the nuts.
Well,
Either it's going to do great or it's not.
right. The fact that the big thing that it has for it is the fact that it's Dwayne Johnson.
Yes.
It's
Which
the
is
Rock.
probably the best choice on their half.
Right. It's hey, here's a big name guy who people will come and see regardless of the movie. We've seen it time and time again with him. So let's go all out with it.
I don't know. I'm gonna place a bet right now, and you can join in on this if you want to, even though they're completely two different genres.
Okay.
I think that Halloween Ends will outsell Black Panther in the box office.
Will I sell Black Panther or will I sell Black Adam?
No, Black Panther.
Are we talking total numbers or just opening box office weekend?
I would say I would say for the weekend of, not night of, but weekend of.
Okay. What weekend did you say that Black Panther was opening on?
Black Panther is opening on November 11th. So literally 1 month.
November 11th for Black Panther?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I thought December.
No.
No.
I don't have anything for December right now.
It's
it
too
only
far
goes
out.
up to November 23rd.
Right. Okay, so second weekend in November. No, I'm gonna say like I'll take that bet. I think that Wakanda Forever will on ticket sales opening weekend do a bit better than Halloween Ends.
I think there's going to be a lot of people that don't want to watch it because of what is going on here.
Because of the change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, the dogs all decided that they wanted to jump on me.
It's okay. I understand the controversy, but I still think there's going to be a bunch of people who, even if they find it controversial, are still going to go buy a ticket to see it.
All right, we'll find out. Oh, you know what this Saturday is?
Like as in November 3rd Saturday? Or next week?
Like, I mean,
September 3rd, yeah.
Yeah, September 3rd is National Cinema Day.
Okay.
So a lot of the cinemas around, especially like here in Wichita, are doing $3 movie day.
Good deal.
So you can literally go see an IMAX or that new thing where it's the triple screen.
Oh yeah, like where the whole seats move and everything.
Yeah, for $3.
I cannot remember for the life of me what they call that. It's something experience.
Yeah, but for $3 you can go check it out this weekend on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe getting some movie time going on.
Possibly. Might just have to figure out what's going on Saturday and what movies are doing it, like what theaters.
Let me see here. So, fandango.com, Wichita, Kansas. Let's go to Saturday, September 3rd.
September 3rd, not November 3rd.
No Way Home is still in some theater somewhere.
Okay.
The Invitation. God, I want to see this movie. I want to see this movie so bad.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. I'm just going to click on a time.
That's already been DVD'd.
What?
Oh, I was thinking. I mean, it wouldn't be much of a experience, but hey, for $3, why not? To see if the new Downton Abbey movie was still.
I mean, I can look.
I mean, you just said that they had No Way Home in some theater somewhere, and that's been on Blu-ray for heck over a month now. I mean, Jurassic Park Dominion's now on Blu-ray. I need to watch that.
That's good. So at the Regal Warren Old Town, they are participating in the $3 Saturday.
Okay.
Go back. Okay.
$3 for movies.
So, Regal Warren Old Town, they have Invitation, Beast, which I actually really want to see, Dragon Ball Superhero, Bullet Train, which I
kind of want to see Bullet Train. It looks so weird, but I want to watch it.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
I still need to get around to watching that. That's my Marvel movie I haven't watched yet.
Well, you can for $3 this Saturday.
I might just.
Spider-Man: No Way Home. Okay, then the Regal Warren West, which is the Screen X and IMAX.
Okay, Screen X. That's it. The Screen X experience.
Yep. They have Gigi and Nate, which is something about a guy and a monkey.
Okay.
Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul.
Which is also something about a monkey.
It is? No. Did you just call Jesus a monkey? We're going to get kicked off
the air. No, it's the other person.
Oh, the guy who's honking. Okay.
Yeah. It's a monkey honking.
3,000 Years of Longing, Beast. Okay, so let's see if they're going to do this. Nope, Saturday. At 11 a.m., let's say. They're also participating.
Okay.
So let's see what other ones around here.
Is the Starlight doing something special for that one?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Or is it just going to be for movie theaters?
I don't know. Yeah. We can take a look here.
Yeah.
I know Jamie wants to see that Elvis movie.
Jurassic
World Dominion is on there.
Is it drive-through or where?
Oh no, it's at the Regal Warren West.
Okay.
So let's say let me see here. You wanted to see Jurassic World Dominion, right?
Right.
So Saturday.
Because that's the one that Keys has not watched as well, and I need to watch it too.
Oh, I went and saw it at the drive-in. It was great.
I wanted to see it at the drive-in, just everything else got busy.
So they only have it in the standard viewing, so not like the Screen X or the IMAX.
Right.
I'm still. But $3.
Okay.
Jaws is in IMAX right now, and Real D 3D. So let's see, The Blob, kind of giving it, kickback. So AMC North Rock 14. We're gonna go with The Invitation again.
Okay.
For Saturday at 10:45 a.m. $3. Regal Warren Old Town, we already did that one. North Rock, those are all standard, so $3. I'm trying to find one that's not standard.
Trying to find an XD or an IMAX that does give you the $3 thing instead of the $20 thing.
Yeah, because from what I heard, it's all supposed to be $3.
Okay.
So I'm just going to click on Jaws, the Real D 3D at 12:20 p.m.
Okay.
$3.
Okay. Like, I was curious on something like that, with, hey, if people knew that it's $3 to get to an IMAX or a Real D 3D or the Screen X thing, that those might already all be sold out.
It says there's still things available.
Okay.
So we're gonna go to Starlight real quick. See what they're doing. Where's your? There it is. There's your website there. So okay, let me go to Showtime's Retro Movie September.
Yep.
Spinal Tap.
And Purple
Thursday.
Rain.
Yeah. So Saturday. Saturday they have the new Minions movie, The Rise of Gru.
Okay.
And they have Super Pets.
The animated movie, yeah.
Yeah. Then in Star 2, which is their second
Right.
screen, they have Spider-Man No Way Home and Bullet Train.
Okay.
So they are not participating in the $3. Because theirs is $9 a ticket.
Okay.
I know they were doing the $15 carload for something.
Yeah.
I just don't remember what. So, and then Sundays, Purple Rain, and I don't even know how to pronounce that. Plus, it's kind of half of it's covered up with a banner that says "New this week." So whatever's playing with Purple Rain.
Does it look like a new movie?
No, it's one of the old ones.
Because I know it was This Is Spinal Tap and Purple Rain were playing at some point together.
Yeah.
For one of the retro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But movies, man, movies.
There's some good ones coming up.
There are. I'm just really excited that on my half birthday. So everyone on my half birthday, go watch Halloween Ends. Doesn't matter where you go, just go and do it.
Just watch it for him.
You can go with me and watch it, because even if I'm by myself, I'm going.
You're definitely not going to be by yourself. But
I'm definitely not going to be by myself. But if I had to be by myself, I would.
Right.
Because this is like a 34. Okay, let's see. I'm 34. So this is a 32-year-long obsession I've had.
Yeah.
Yes, at the age of 2, I've loved Michael Myers. Just saying. My dogs don't sound pleased about that. But yeah, Spirit Halloween is open.
That's where you got your beanie at.
Yep, they have a Michael Myers one too. I'm going to get.
I'm pretty sure both of my nephews have now been to Spirit since it's opened, I believe, 3 times.
Jamie and I were on North Rock the other day. And we were... I don't remember where we were going. But we looked over and the old Gordman's next to Best Buy had a Spirit Halloween sign on it.
Yeah.
And if you know how big that Gordon's is, or Gordman's...
It was a large one. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, hell yeah. And she's like, can we go? And all right, enough.
And that's what you told her.
Yes. She's like, can we go? And I was like, yeah, enough. And then we went. However, they were not open. It didn't look like they were any kind of close to being open. So I don't know what's going on there. But the one in Derby is open, and that's where I got my lovely hat. And I got some lovely socks. They're Michael Myers socks.
I'm trying to remember. I think they went to the one on Derby. No, they went to 2 different ones. Because there was a second location. I can't remember where the second location is that they went to that was actually open as well.
Well, I know that Town West is usually the first one that opens.
That might have been it. I think they went out to Town West.
Yeah, usually those are the first ones that open, and then all of the smaller ones kind of fall in line. However, last year was the first year that we had one in Derby, and it's over there by the old Dillons between Baltimore and K15.
Yep.
And now they have like a nice fancy sign. It's not like a banner that they just hung up. It's a nice fancy sign. I don't remember where we were going, but Jamie's like, here, go ahead and like just pop by the door and find out like where it says when they're opening, because we had no idea.
Right.
And I was like, okay. So I walked up to the door and it just had normal times on it. So I grabbed the door handle and I walked in and I looked back at my wife with her car door open and went, okay, bye. And I went into the store.
It is open at that time.
Yeah, it's open for me right now. Just saying.
Yep. Yep.
A lot of the same repeat stuff. However, I'll go back 12 more times.
Right. Like that's the thing is, while it's a Spirit and they're not putting in new product every single week, what they have there on the shelf is what they're going to have.
That's not necessarily true.
Okay.
So they have this. It's called Icons of Halloween now. This being one of them.
Right.
So they have new features. However, they did not have the Michael Myers one set up yet. They actually, supposedly, I haven't been back yet to check. Maybe I'll go tonight. I don't know. But, well, probably not because it's already 7. But they were having it set up on Monday.
Okay.
So hopefully when I can go in there tomorrow or Saturday, they'll have it.
Now, did they have anything set up with that one?
They had a couple of the normal Michael Myers things, like the jumpsuit, a couple of the masks, things like that.
Well,
but they didn't.
So I guess like that's kind of like, not to interrupt on that idea. It's more of a, oh, there's going to be a Michael Myers section. Yeah, of course there is.
Yeah.
Like it's not like in 2-3 weeks from now they're going to be like, hey, we're opening up this new section in the store that's going to be even more Halloween.
Oh no, they don't do that.
Right.
But they have Freddy, Jason, Chucky, Beetlejuice, Michael Myers, and Ghostface for these icons of Halloween.
Now I can see them every year doing a rotating thing on that. Like, hey, which bottom 2 icons didn't sell all that well. Okay, we'll swap those with 2 other ones that we view as iconic.
All I know is November 1st, I will be the first one in line as soon as they open their door, so I can run in there and get all of the shit that I want for discount. Yeah, like that giant sign that I have going from one corner of my wall to the other that says Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th. If I can get a poster that says Icons of Horror and have all of my favorite horror movie people on there, I would paint the fucking walls with it.
Yeah. No, like you have the same mentality that those people do towards Halloween candy. Whenever it's like, we're going like as soon as November 1st midnight on October 31st, and we're getting all that discounted candy.
Mine's a little bit more healthier than that.
It is healthier, but I did like it's that same mentality of like, I'm going there on the last day to get all their clearance stuff.
I paid $2 for this 12-foot.
I know sign. It's a good deal. It's a good deal.
I love it. I love it so much.
It's a good one.
So, yeah. So, welcome back, people, and we'll be back next week with Lena Townsend. You're going to get to learn all about her. You're going to get to learn about her special gifts and how amazing she is. And she's probably going to be like, I'm not that amazing. Shush. Yes, you are.
Yeah, so a special guest for next week. Excited for it.
Yeah. Hey, excuse me.
Even the dogs are excited for it.
It would be better if you didn't. Thank you. These guys, they can't control their excitement seeing Lena on here next week.
Yep. They're fighting over who she's going to be more excited to see.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. All right, guys, that's the show we have for you today. Bodie says goodbye.
And I will say goodbye now too. Later, See you then.